Look at this image. Society calls this the dream. But here's what no one tells you. This cruise ship is a graveyard for your ambition. And the truly disturbing part? You've been psychologically engineered since childhood to want to end up here. Not by accident, by design. Today, I'm going to expose the hidden architecture of the retirement myth. The financial advisors won't touch this. The self-help gurus skip right past it. Because this isn't about your money. It's about your mind, your identity, your sense of being alive. Stay with me, because in about 4 minutes, I'm going to show you why your dream retirement home might actually be a psychological prison, and I'll give you the exact framework to escape it without blowing up your savings. Here's the script you were handed at birth. Study hard, get a job, work for 40 years, then live your life. They want you to work, they want you to wait, they want you to stay quiet. And most people never question it because the system rewards those who don't. But here's the problem no one talks about. You are not a machine that runs on money. You're a human being that runs on meaning. And when you spend 40 years building an identity around your job, your title, your team, your to-do list, and then suddenly rip all of that away at 65, that's not freedom. That's an identity collapse. Think about it. For 4 decades, you woke up knowing who you were. You were the manager, the builder, the teacher, the engineer. Then one Friday afternoon, someone hands you a cake, people clap, and on Monday morning, silence. No emails, no meetings, no one needing you. And your brain, the brain you've spent 40 years wiring toward purpose, goes into free fall. This is what I call identity bankruptcy, and it's an epidemic hiding inside retirement communities across the world. Wait, it gets darker than you think.
Here's the neuroscience, stripped of all the jargon. Your brain has a reward system. It runs on dopamine, and for most of your adult life, that reward system has been fed by contribution, by solving problems, by mattering. Retire abruptly? You don't just lose your schedule. You sever your dopamine pipeline. It's like unplugging a city's power grid and wondering why all the lights go out. Studies, and there are dozens, show that abrupt retirement increases the risk of depression by nearly 40%, not because people are lazy, but because the human brain was never designed for permanent rest. Here's a simpler way to picture it. Imagine your ancient ancestor. They didn't retire. They contributed to the tribe until their body gave out, because contribution was survival. That wiring is still inside you. It doesn't disappear when you turn 65 and move to Florida. Your body keeps the score, and when it stops receiving signals of purpose, it starts shutting down. But here's where it gets insidious. The financial industry loves the retirement model because it sells beautifully. Put away 15% now, suffer a little today, live like a king tomorrow. It's the Ferrari analogy. Saving aggressively for retirement at 65 is like buying a Ferrari when you're too old to see over the steering wheel. The car is beautiful. The timing is everything. And here's the real cost no one calculates: the psychological price of deferring your life. You didn't just defer spending, you deferred living. You deferred creativity, adventure, risk, the feeling of being truly in your life instead of waiting at the edge of it. That deferred life, you can't get a refund. And the cruelest twist? Many people spend decades building toward a retirement they're too physically or mentally diminished to enjoy when they finally arrive. The 40-year heist didn't steal your money, it stole your prime.
Now that you see why the current system is broken, you're probably asking, Is there a way out that doesn't mean giving up my savings or working until I drop? Yes, and it's called work-life integration. Not work-life balance. That's the old model. Two separate buckets, constantly in tension. Work-life integration is different. It's the recognition that purpose, income, and joy don't have to live in different time zones of your life. Here's what it looks like in practice. Instead of grinding through meaningless years towards some future finish line, you audit your identity right now. You ask, what do I do that energizes me? What skills do I have that someone would pay for, even at half my current salary? What would I do even if no one was watching? And then, and this is the key, you begin weaving those answers into your present life. Not someday, now. This doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means beginning the psychological shift from I am what I do to I do what I am. Let me give you a concrete picture. Imagine two people, same age, same savings. Person A retires at 65, full stop, cruise ships, golf, grandchildren. 3 years later, they're struggling. The golf feels hollow. The grandchildren are busy. The days blur together. They feel invisible. Their doctor keeps finding things wrong. Person B, at 55, they started quietly restructuring. They took on consulting work, 1 day a week teaching. They built a small creative project, a blog, woodworking side business, a mentorship program. At 65, person B doesn't retire, they rebalance. They reduce, not remove. They have income, purpose, and time. Their brain never got the memo that life was supposed to end. That's not a fantasy. That's a system upgrade.
So here's your action blueprint. 3 moves. Start today. 1. Audit your identity. Write down the 3 roles that give your life the most meaning right now. Not your job title, your roles. Mentor, creator, problem solver. That's your psychological foundation to protect. 2. Identify your portable purpose. What skill or passion could you carry into any season of life, scaled up or down as needed? That's your insurance against identity bankruptcy. 3. Design your rebalance, not your retirement. Stop planning for the day you stop. Start planning for the day you shift. What does meaningful contribution look like at 55, at 65, at 75? Build toward that. The psychological deception of traditional retirement isn't that rest is bad. It's that you were sold permanent rest as the ultimate reward when your brain was wired for permanent purpose. Break the invisible chain. Don't let the 40-year heist take your prime. And whatever you do, don't wait until 65 to start living like yourself. If this cracked something open for you, share it with someone who's still counting down to a retirement date. They need to hear this. And if you want the deeper framework, the full work-life integration playbook, that's in the next video. See you there.